Thinking Game, episode 106. Me and Jay in the house. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing.
Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that.
I'm Mike. This is Jay. How long we been doing it for now?
Oh, man. That's like 2 years.
I don't even be counting, yeah. But thanks for everybody who's been hitting that subscribe button. We had like 208, something like that on YouTube.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
People starting to follow us on Facebook. Everybody for doing that. But yeah, we trying to go live. I think we're going live on Instagram today if they don't kick us out. I think we're on Instagram as well. So, man, shout out to everybody who's been supporting the CTM channel, the Thinking Game podcast. A lot of people been watching the sports too, so shout out to those watching the sports who was talking about the playoffs and stuff like that. I do those randomly. I don't have a set day to do those. I just do it around the podcast, whatever I get time. But when school is out in May, we're probably going to be pushing it a little bit more too. But yeah, thanks for watching Thinking Game 106. The podcast for regular people, not celebrities. You know, we're not rich. We don't make money like that. We're doing this on our own time. And it's like, what if we can reach back and share some of the things that we learned, how we process information to the generations after us and even people that's among our peers that know us? How do we give back? And I said we can reach more people through content than we can through talking to people one-on-one. Peel in the house. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, man?
What's going on,
I know
bro?
the rain messed you up, man, but I thought you were going to be coming, but it did rain. It was raining crazy this morning. I was working, doing a meeting. You just hear the hail hitting the house. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
So how was y'all week, man? How did we go for y'all this week before we get into the slides?
Pretty good. Working, hustling and bustle, you know.
Yeah. Same here. Got beat up.
Beat up by the work week or beat up by the yards?
Both.
Both.
Both at the same time.
Yeah, I hate that too, because like, you know how you cut a yard thinking that it's not gonna rain, and then when it rains, it be like the little dandelions that mess your whole thing, because the yard don't even grow that fast. It's the little weeds that pop up above the line of the grass. I can't stand it, man.
Yo.
Oh.
I gave somebody a quote. I misquoted myself.
You undercut them or you undercut the quota? Okay.
Yeah, undercut itself.
I undercut myself.
Oh yeah, man, maybe you put it out. No, you got the side yard. I didn't see the side yard. Nah.
I was like, damn, you could have threw the tip or something.
I know, right?
Nah.
All right, the warm-up topic. Let's go and get to it. The warm-up topic is, if I can get to it. The dude that was in the Sam Bankman-Fried bankruptcy, crypto, pretty much a scam artist. They said that dude is he agreed to drop their claims against the convicted fraudster in exchange for his cooperation in lawsuits against other defendants, including celebrities Tom Brady, Giselle, I get that was his ex-wife, and Larry David, who promoted the company before its stunning collapse. This is probably what you call like white privilege. A lot of people, most black people don't get these kind of deals. A lot of times they'll still give you 30 years in the feds and still get you to snitch at the same time.
Hey, you got to get it up anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't know. You heard nothing about this.
You heard nothing about that? Yeah, it popped up on the thing right up. But so is he still considered a rat, even though he ain't in part of our culture?
No, you give no, right? Yeah, no, yes.
No,
he's still considered a rat.
Yes. How you gonna give?
You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
A man with that kind of hair, your money. You know what I mean? You gotta practice.
Always business.
Yeah, that's true. The dude did look weird. He's a weird dude, man. And people sell dream scams every day. Yeah, people sell scams every day, man. It's crazy.
If he can convince himself that haircut was hidden, he can convince us to do anything.
Man, he can't come to the hood with that. He went to the right place, man. And it's like, I wonder how much money did he keep that they don't know about? And I think that's the thing, some people when they get caught, they always brag about how much they made. Then they end up, the feds take more. But one thing I know that they good at doing, like the dudes that be in that arena, they don't never talk about how much they totally got. They kind of see what the feds say. They're like, well, he made over 300 million. Well, they kind of 300 million off. I really made.
That's your phone
I'll take that.
Yeah, okay.
Then ask, how much money did they take? Well, according to the feds, what the feds said.
What you got on your paper? That's what it is. Matter of fact, it's a little bit more. And that's like the little 401k. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this little time, and then I'm gonna go out and find my money. So that's like my retirement.
So he will be a rat though. He's still a rat. No matter what the coach is, he'll still be a rat.
No, he'll whistleblower.
That's a whistleblower. Yeah,
that's what they call it, man.
If you get Tom Brady jammed up, man, that's crazy. If you get Tom Brady, the America's quarterback.
Yeah, I've been beating them motherfuckers for years. I'm sorry about that.
Tom Brady said, I've been throwing you out routes. Tom Brady said, I've been throwing you out routes and go routes. This is how you do me, man. Interception.
Hey, some been beating cases for years. That ain't nothing.
Boy, you might not beat that.
So
I can see the Rams. What's his name? What was the quarterback for the Rams? He said, you might have cheated us this time, but you ain't gonna cheat the feds. When he cheated, they said the Rams, the Patriots cheated in that game. Marshall Faulkner, that was hot, boy. All right. Here go one I seen. This is what John hit me up on. He said, we got to talk about this. It's a lot of films, and we don't want to talk all day. I guess we could, but what are your top 3 Wayans Brother films? We got this from the Ball Brothers podcast. Shout out to them. They did a top 10. But we just gonna do 3. So if you could do 3, it's gonna be tough, but what do you think 3 movies that hit to you?
I'm gonna get you Sucker.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. My top one's gonna be Low Down Dirty Shame. For sure, it's gonna be Low Down Dirty Shame. Because I like Kenny Knife Wayans. That's my dude.
I'm gonna include them all. So I got Low Down Dirty Shame, More Money, and Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout was good too. Yeah. Yes. With Damon Wayans, that was good. They always knew how to work with other people. Collab had some cool collabs too. I would go Low Down Dirty Shame. Oh, I want to say Last Boy Scout, but I want to say More Money. I do Last Boy Scout before More Money because More Money really wasn't like all the way funny all the way through. Just depending on where you were at that time. And I'm gonna have to go Don't Be a Menace. Not only them, because of the people they had in the movie was crazy. Like Bernie Mac, man. Bernie Mac, man. When he said, I can't stand you little black. That I don't like my gums because they black. I hate the back and forth Whitaker's neck. Huh?
You ain't gonna put Major Payne in there?
That would be like number 4, Major Payne. Yeah. Major Payne would.
That'd be like
he did that. Damon Wayans did that. Yeah. Who you got, Peel?
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get you Sucker, Low Down Dirty Shame, and Little Man.
Little Man, yeah. I love that one. Yeah,
Little Man was so funny to me.
Yeah, I might have to take. Last Boy Scout out and put. I'm gonna get you Sucker at number 2 because I'm gonna get you Sucker, man. That movie had you laughing all the way through. Man. When that pimp got out of jail, he thought he was a pimp. I'm gonna take over the streets like it used to be. Are you sure about that, man? Hey, that's how some people be. They be in high school. They was like, yeah, man. They still be stuck in the high school days, man. I'm gonna make it like it used to be, man. All right.
I'm gonna come out with my crease jeans. I'm gonna get the Air Max on.
You know, who's the dude that did that on Facebook? He had on the polo shirt with the crease jeans, Butterburger or something. Yeah, I think dude went viral off of that, man.
Yeah, tell him he ain't fly. I think he got arrested.
Nah, that was fake news.
Fake news, okay.
Oh, that was fake news? Okay. Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, they did have there was a lot of them too. They did have a lot of movies, but like I say, Living Color was so crazy too, man.
But I mean, they still innovative, like, you know what I mean, with the little Scary Movie franchise, like Scary Movie 2 was so man.
Boy, they robbed them out of that.
Boy, I mean, they just like that's only and they're just so innovative, even now,
Yeah.
80s, 90s, 2020. So
They don't even own that no more.
yeah, I know.
On what?
The Scary Movie.
On what?
Franchise?
Yeah.
Yeah, sell it, right? You build a business and sell it, right?
No, they stole it.
They got robbed.
Oh.
Yeah, they stole it.
That happens though in business. That happens though. It's show business, man. You don't take care of that papaperwork, you gonna get robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can take care of the paperwork and still get robbed.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Listen, and people gotta realize you can't handle it like you do in the streets, man, in Hollywood, man. You be in the feds. Next slide. This one's gonna make you think a little bit. What have you learned over the years? With everything you know now, if you had to start from the bottom as a single individual with no family, just you, what strategy would you execute to get back to stability and elevate? Like if you had to start from the bottom, based off what we know now at 40. With no money, you just got to start over. Like, what would you do? Because you know what, people, I think about that when I was asking you about can we record at our house, I was thinking like, what would we talk to them about? But this is some stuff I would tell them, like, get them to think about, like, just because you at the bottom, that don't mean it's over, but you just got to have a strategy and kind of execute that thing. Best of what you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what y'all think?
Yeah, like, you're starting over at 40 or you're starting over like back in time?
No, just starting over, like, you can just go back in time. Like, say if you, saying, like,
25.
you 22 and something happened, you just start, and something, if bad stuff happened, and you had to start from the bottom again. You know what I'm saying?
So, starting over,
what would you
like,
do?
from the bottom, you had a fresh start, really eliminate unnecessarily debt. You can control your spending better. Like when you're 40 or 50, starting over from the bottom, you don't get to clear your credit history. You don't get to say these bad decisions didn't happen. A lot of bad decisions follow you. So going back with that knowledge, try not to make those bad decisions. Try to keep those skeletons out of the closet. Debt, school, be more efficient with school. A lot of school debt because comes on your curiosity phase. Am I interested in this class? Maybe I can take ballroom dancing. You take a lot of unnecessary classes that don't go into your major or your field of study. Definitely do that. Be more specific and precise with this and focus with the skills that I'm wanting to acquire. I'm going to college for a reason, or I'm going to trade school for a reason. I'm going to truck driving school for a reason to obtain this skill or this certification. Like I said, like the first thing, control my debt, unnecessary credit cards, like be efficient with, student loans. Knowing if I had the knowledge, I would know like living small right now can contribute to me living big later. I don't have to stunt. And I'm still a party, I'm still kick it, but compartmentalize that. You know what I mean? There's some little snack at the end. That wouldn't be 2/3 of my plate. Wouldn't be trying to live my best life at 22, like I did, like we did. You know what I mean? And I still do that because I know that that's needed. That decompression time, that kicking it and partying. You need that. You need a social life. You need that. But I would definitely it would be more controlled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got my nights that I'm gonna go out, you know what I mean? Every 2 weeks I got this night. I'm gonna go out this night and I'm gonna do all that. And then I'm gonna go back to the kind of grind. Make better choices with eating, things like that.
Boy, for real.
Just a lot of that stuff, you know what I mean? Start taking Rogaine a little bit earlier, you know what I mean? So
I get that Dion. If I had the money, get that Dion, that hair transplant like Dion got. Prime time, I get one of those.
That must be the money. But
you for real. That's true.
What
you got, Bill?
And I started doing like taking baths different. You know what I mean? I would just make sure I use a washcloth every time and wash my feet and wash my legs. So I normally don't wash my legs. I let the water and the soap flow down. I would just start washing my legs and my feet because my knees don't look good.
So your legs look like crappie scales. So your legs look like crappie scales.
I got don't go against the grain. So I would definitely start washing my legs more. So must be.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest thing I do is control that spending, man. Cause man, I done blew so much money. You be like, dang, I spent how much? Especially when I look now and I be like, damn, man, I spent how much on these shoes? I done spent I know I done spent probably about $60,000 on shoes throughout.
Yeah.
From 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. You be posting them Jordans. You was posting them Jordans a lot. Got him. You realize I spent it.
Hey, but that's one thing about them. You can always resell them. But I was like, man, I'm getting them, and I was just getting shoes, like, and also I'd say, I don't have no, college debt or anything like that. But I would have took the trade that I was in. I would have took it more serious. That's one of the biggest things right now that I would say. Control your spending. If you're gonna go to school, I'd do a trade with something that's free and less expensive or something like that. And shit, listen to older heads when they tell you something for the long haul. You look up, it'd be 25 years later.
Yeah, you ain't got as much time you think you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm tripping. My thing tripping. Oh, there we go. Let me go back.
It's raining over here. I
hit the wrong button. Yeah, hit the wrong button. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on. What? And then I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna give you a story like why I thought about this. When I worked there, like before I started working in like hospital and stuff, I used to work at the dealership Crane. It was on Baseline.
Yeah.
Was it Baseline? No, not Baseline, but University. Yeah, University, right? And it was a bunch of guys. They used to come there. And they was getting out of jail. They was doing work release, and you don't understand what start from the bottom is till you actually see it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? So, because I was talking to wife about this, when you start from the bottom, you get out of jail. You're not gonna buy a house. You probably can't even get an apartment because your record is crazy.
Man.
So they have to stay at those little crazy motel situations where you have to pay weekly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I told wife the first thing you got to do is secure you some kind of job. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of job. Whoever give you opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That you can get on. And then that's why I got the levels on here. We can actually delve on this a little bit more if we want to, but getting some kind of income source in to get to that point where you can be stable. Because like I say, you're not gonna be staying at a house unless you got a family member or something, but you kind of want your own place, but you probably gonna be staying at a weekly. Yeah, you probably gonna be staying at a weekly, and you don't want to stay there for a long time just to get till you get on your feet, you know what I'm saying? And can, get an apartment or something like that. But dude, they used to call it I forgot what they used to call over there off 65th. Back there, they didn't change the name so many times though. It's that little motel right off the service road. Man, there's a lot of dudes that stayed over there. It's like $100 a week or something like that. They would get a job to pay them every week. Yeah, they would get a job. They'd get a job to pay them every week, and then they would stay over there. You know what I'm saying? So, but you get to that point of stability. Now you got to start looking at, that's why you said I know a lot of dudes who do, like I said, they was doing the lawn thing. Something that's easy to get into that you can do on the side plus work, so you can, start making the extra money to build up. You know what I'm saying? Then you start getting to that stability point. Now you got some money saved up. And you can start looking at like an apartment. You can put the down payment on an apartment, a house. You can get out of the, weekly, living situation and stuff like that. Because like I say, living in those weekly places, Jack's Motel and them little things off the freeway, like on 65th over there by Exxon and stuff, you know what I'm saying, over there by the mines and all that. Dude, that's a whole nother level of living, man. You got to get out of there as quick as you can, you know what I'm saying? Because everything goes down at them places, man. You gotta be careful about that. But finding that little side hustle, man, like say, you save up enough to get you a lawnmower and a weed eater. You know what I'm saying? You go around and cut yards plus work at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be creative to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? To kind of move up. And that's what I'm saying. Like we went to our house. That's something I would tell the younger people. Like your advantage is you have the time to be creative and make a strategy on how to get out from the bottom instead of just saying I'm at the bottom and I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not stuck. You can get out, but you just have to be creative in your thinking to get out. And then once you start making that money, go ahead, Jay. What you about to say?
I mean, I know right in the elevator piece. We all know this is easier said than done.
For sure. Yeah.
We all say, well, if you got a plan, you can do this, and you just keep believing and you hustle and you can get this done. It was a millionaire, gave up kind of like all his money. They took his phone and they gave him like $700 or something like that. And he says, the struggle is all hype. I can be a millionaire again in less than a year. And he just went out on this little experiment to show he can make $1 million. It's easy. He quit because of health reasons. I think 2 months in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know who they didn't do that with? You know who they didn't do that with? Somebody that look like us. Go out there and try that. Let me take all your money away from you, give you a cell phone and $700. See, can you be a millionaire again?
Yeah, and then
take a little longer.
He was able to get a roommate. He rented a room. Some people can rent a room. Some people don't look a certain way. You know what I mean? You're not going to be my roommate. He's trying to.
It's just too much liability, man. When you roommate, it's just a liability, man. It's somebody you don't know. You don't know what dude doing, what he got going on, man. It's just crazy, man.
And it's like, well, I'm gonna sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna start a business and this and that, and all those plans that he had. I mean, he had done it before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Self-made millionaire, and he couldn't do it. And a lot of these other gurus said they would do it, and they tried to. I think it was another millionaire. He tried it. It was a little famous millionaire. He tried it. I'm gonna buy a truck and I'm gonna flip it and do this and then do that. A couple months, please come get me.
Yeah, and I think too, like once you get to that point of stability, like we was talking about, you working and then you got a side hustle going. You think about elevate. Now it's time to look into something that can really elevate you, whether it's apprenticeship, whether it's education, or something that could give you something that you can elevate off of. That's why, it's important to do your research. There's so much information out there now. I mean, whether it's you just getting a certificate to start out with, then you build on that, or, just an apprenticeship. We're going to talk about that on the next slide, on the pick one. But there's a lot of ways to elevate. You just got to, it's a lot of businesses that you can start with low barrier to entry. You just got to do the research and see what they want you to have. I mean, some stuff ain't even regulated. You just got to do the research, Like I say, cutting grass. I know you got to get a business license, but I don't know if you don't have to start out with one, but that's what they want you to have. But if you savvy about your business, you can do stuff out under the radar. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing, man. Like once you got that plan, you really have to stick to it, and
the commitment mindset. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's easy to get sidetracked. Because once that money starts flowing, it's gonna flow.
Yeah, man. For real. And the next slide. Let me see. You just graduated and not sure about college. This is the pick one to make it bigger. This is the pick one. Job Corps or an apprenticeship?
Job Corps.
Which one y'all picking?
I'm picking Job Corps. That was one of the best decisions.
I need more information, but I'm like, I'm gonna do probably an apprenticeship or something.
I'm doing an apprenticeship. I'm definitely doing like an electrical or something like that.
Well,
why would you pick Job Corps? I'm interested. Why would you pick Job Corps, Peel?
Because Job Corps it has three things. They
Uh-huh.
it was 3 trades when I went there. It was
Mm-hmm.
the CNA, and then you
Mm-hmm.
had plumbing and electrician, and
Mm-hmm.
then you had the business office training. And
Okay.
you get paid weekly. You
Okay.
you free room and board and food. You know, food. You get to
Yeah.
wash clothes. And if you was like, I think maybe 21, you'll have your
Mm-hmm.
own room.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought
I
they
mean,
still had to bunk together.
yeah.
that sound pretty cush, you know what I mean? Because
It
like
Nah,
was
food
I'm
and
good,
board
man.
itself, you know what I
Nah,
mean?
I don't know
three
about
meals.
that. Yeah.
3 meals there.
Yeah.
You can sell snacks. It's like a mini. I call it the free college tour. You
It just remind me of
Yeah.
little juvie too.
know?
I mean, no,
and
I mean, well, I mean, it's the same. I mean,
Yeah.
college is the same thing, you know what I mean? You just come out with something a little better. You get
and
paid at
You
the end
see,
money.
and you get
college is
a
more space.
and they
Huh?
give you a
Go ahead.
job.
I don't know,
And
man. I went to Arkansas Hall, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
and you get a job, guaranteed to get a
Do
job.
you? I didn't think you get a job because I know some
What?
people that went there, they didn't get a job. I know some people that
What?
went there that didn't get a job. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
ain't, I ain't gonna say
they was
people's name.
they was playing.
Yeah. They
That's
was
what
playing
that was.
around.
Yeah,
But
because I was
yeah,
at I
man.
was at Parkview Nurse Home right across the street from Parkview
Oh, okay. That was up.
while I was there.
That
So
was up. So yeah, I pick an apprenticeship, man, because I never had a problem with. Oh, this is just me personally. I never had a problem with room and board.
mhm.
I always like having my own space. I just never really like. I know I had roommates for a while, but once I got my own space, I still like having my own space. And but apprenticeship, they pay you too while you learn,
Mhm.
and you get to work with actual electricians, and then you come back and learn at the facility. I didn't even learn this till after I started working in IT. I wish I would have known about it because I would have did that right out of high school. And
Mhm.
you get to become a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? After you get
Yeah,
done, you get to become a journeyman.
yeah,
Take that test to become a journeyman and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's what I said. They teach you all that at Job Corps. I was like, oh man, the facility they got now is way better than we was on the east. We was on the east side on 21st Street.
oh, you went to that one. You went
Yeah,
to that one.
I was in the
Wow.
trenches. Yeah, I was in the
Okay.
trenches with.
Yeah. See, I know somebody that went to the newer facility, man. I don't know
Yeah,
if they do that same thing now, where you had your own room and stuff. I
yeah,
think it's you bagged up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You made it up.
Yeah, I think it was. I think when I
But that was a bigger facility though. That was like almost like a hotel. It seemed like
yeah, it
the one
was a
over there.
hotel.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think now, man, I don't know. It just depends on your mentality, man. Either one of
yeah,
those, you got to have the right mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because like I know somebody went there, man, and when you roommate with people, man, people will mess with your stuff.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got to have that mentality, man. If you don't got the people, you know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
don't know. It's just and lately I haven't seen a lot of, but I don't hang around people like that, I guess. But I haven't seen a whole lot of success stories come out. They don't really publicize nothing like they used to. So they'll be cool if they did that. They'll be pretty
yeah,
smart. But
yeah. Yeah, that was
I
like I
know what an
say,
apprenticeship. Go ahead.
when I was there, you know, it was probably like maybe like 5 of us from Little Rock.
Yeah, and see that's
But
the thing too, right?
but guess what? Y'all don't y'all
Yeah,
y'all we know these people on 21st. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hey,
exactly,
that's
exactly.
extra, but hey, you need protection. All right, man. They cool. Don't mess with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
You don't want those problems. You don't want that
yeah, you don't
smoke.
want the problem. Hey,
Yes,
man.
sir. You don't want that smoke.
Hey,
Yes,
give
sir.
give them a pass. But the other ones, hey, man, they might have got jacked, man. Hey, you went too far up. You wanted to see,
That's
you wanted to see what was
funny.
going on.
Yeah, he wanted to see the business. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's about about apprenticeship too. When those labor union, you can always you can go back. You can join that union, and they'll help you out too. They do stuff for you too.
yeah.
When you're doing apprenticeship, and like I say, some people don't even know that it's apprenticeships in Little Rock. I didn't know that until I
Mm-hmm.
went and found out. But I was like, man, y'all been here all this time. I
Mm-hmm.
rode by here so many times, didn't even know what it was. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
all good.
that's what I say.
That's what's up, man. I learned something new today, man. I didn't know
Yeah.
about that. Like I said,
What?
I
That's why I say once you get to thinking more,
yeah,
you'll end up falling into places that be like, dang, I never knew this either.
yeah. Thinking game, right? Yeah. You get in
Mm-hmm.
that game of thinking, man. It take you places, man. You just got to think though.
Yeah, you are what you think.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's up right there. So our next slide is learning styles. I'll make this bigger.
Bro, I can't see none of it.
Yeah, I know, right? How do an individual identify what their learning style is? Whether it's visual, graphs, flashcards, logical patterns, statistics, auditory, lecture, music, social, collaboration, and teams, hands-on, like physical learning, hands-on movement, solitary, independent, individual, and verbal, writing, and presenting. I think a lot of people be like a kind of a combination of those. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's like one person have one thing, but it's probably be like
Yeah,
more of a combination than anything.
I'm
But
more physical and logical.
yeah, I'm thinking I'm like a combination of probably logical, visual. I'm probably way visual, logical, visual.
Mm.
Uh, I'm learning now going to school. I'm learning to be more writing and presenting. That's been I've been sharpening that skill a little more. And doing a podcast helped out a lot too with social. Cause I used to be real solitary, man, when I was younger, bro. Just
Make it
you
big.
use my boys, use my boys. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead. I'll make it big. Hold on, give me one
yeah,
second.
'cause I could.
If you use my boys, use my boys.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too small still?
Yeah, that's too smart. Unc.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, most people they're kind of a combination though. I mean, I don't think you
Mm-hmm.
one. And even if you are just one, you can add to it. It's never a time where you can't enhance your learning style. If you really, think about it. You should always want to enhance your learning style if you're able to think in that way. But I'm always trying to be like a growth person. I gotta what can I do better the next year? When the next year come around, what can I work
Mm-hmm.
on? What can I sharpen up?
Yeah. And that's one of the things I like about this podcast even more because I'm working on my social skills. I'm talking like speaking to different people, but
Yeah.
I talk
You
to
know what helped
you.
me? What helped me with my social skills? Marriage. See, I'm used to talking to y'all, but I had to learn how to talk to my wife. It took years, bro. Probably took me about 5 years, three to 5 years, bro. Just to get to the point where I know how to talk to her without like I'm not talking to my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was dating, I didn't care about it. It didn't dawn on me that I need to work on that because a lot of these girls they going in and out your life anyway, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man. So that definitely helped with marriage and I had to get out of solitary, even though I still it's part of the skill set, but you gotta know when to use that because it can isolate you from everybody. Sometimes people don't like that.
Mm,
Physical, I was definitely a hands-on guy all day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, show
I
me.
still am. You know what I'm saying? That's what make
Show me.
and that's what kind of make me good at IT. Kind of having a using
Mhm,
different. I got 2 or 3 of these kind of skills
mhm,
styles and you can use them in different areas, you know what I'm saying? Being a visual guy, I can visualize what I'm dealing with in a visual way and explain it to somebody if they need it explained in a visual way based on who that person is, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And make a
yeah,
difference, man. So
and I
you gotta
also,
know your learning style. Go ahead.
uh, gotta learn how to, it's different from with being, I could be funny and act up, but
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, if I can do that naturally, I know I can be able to talk. I'm highly intellectual, but
Yeah.
uh, just being able to talk to somebody, I'm like, dang, I
Yeah.
think I gotta work on that skill a little bit
Yeah,
more.
that's one of my skills, being able to make people laugh in different genres.
Yeah.
Like make y'all laugh, then when I go to work, you know what I'm saying? I can pick to make them laugh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I'm at church, I can make them laugh too. It's pretty crazy the stuff I be saying. So
Uh,
you got to know the code. I guess learning different codes, being able to learn different things to soak up different things, nuance. I guess you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, can you make somebody laugh? This from Jerry Seinfeld crowd versus making somebody laugh to watch Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? And can you
Most
make them
definitely.
both laugh at the same time? You know what I'm saying?
Most
But I
definitely.
be thinking like that though. Yeah, for sure. And that's say that's why I say this. I think we're gonna talk about that offline. Like if we can
Yeah.
like go there like once a month or something, like periodically just go there and do a podcast and just kind of just show people that campus of our house. And you don't have nobody don't have to be in it, just be on campus like outside under the awning or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just talk about different topics about how to get out of there, because a lot of those kids they really don't know, even though it seemed like it's probably bad. Oh, my wife. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't even see a message. Oh, she said major pain, white chicks, don't be a menace, above the rim. Ooh, above the rim. A low down dirty shame. That was a good one, above the rim. Oh, because you remember above the rim, he got Tupac in the end. Popped to watching the game.
Ashley, that wasn't one of their films, Ashley.
That was. Damon, the Marlon Wayans was in there.
No, he was in there.
But they were saying any movie that they was in, though. I think, the Ball Brothers, they were saying any movie that they was in. Kev on Stage and Tony Baker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. My bad.
But yeah, man, I was about to say them kids that at our house, I think if they can understand that even though you kind of in a place that you don't want to be, but you still have an advantage because you don't have a lot of pressure. You can really sit down and make your path out without pressure. You know what I'm saying? Without having to worry about a mortgage and stuff right now. You actually can plan out some stuff, and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But just say you got to have that eye of a tiger. You get that eye of a tiger, man, you can make it happen.
It's going to be beneficial towards them.
There can be only one.
Yeah.
For sure. I think, it was last year. Last year, I was the chaperone for the young men. Yeah. I was the chaperone for on the college tour. I ain't never been to enrolled in college. I haven't been to college, but I ain't been enrolled.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've been in college. Yeah.
And
I think I want to make that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's one of the episodes I'm gonna make about the first time going to college, like how sometimes kids are not fully prepared. It could be overwhelming to be on your own and not understanding what it takes to operate on your own without having your parents pay the bills. You got to pay the bills now. Yeah. Taking care of paperwork. You got to understand that you got paperwork that you got to sign and turn in. You have to physically do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. So
and that's one of them things. Like I say with Job Corps, I signed up myself. I did all this.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the same thing. Like when people going off to college, I had to have my blankets, my snacks, my in between stuff, my washing powder, all that. Like,
and neither one of them bad, guys. We're not saying neither one of them are bad. It's just preference, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which one you pick? You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them bad, but. I think when I heard about being an electrician, man, I was like, man, I should have done this out of high school, man. And then you do that. Then I went to school to learn how to operate the back end of business. Man, I'm a master electrician, man. I would have done that in the maybe I'm in the multiverse. Somewhere in the multiverse. I'm an electrician. Somewhere.
Yeah, you might be thinking too far ahead of them before they understand it.
Boy. All right, let's go to our next slide. The importance, I make that bigger. The importance of knowing what is not acceptable and where to report it. Y'all seen this article, landlord laws and how they can take advantage of a person not knowing. And I got what you don't know can hurt you, and ignorance will not always give you a pass. It said Attorney General Tim Griffin released a statement regarding the Pulaski County Circuit Court order, which will enforce a $20,000 civil penalty against two companies' failure to follow a consent judgment. In 2019, I don't even know how you say it, Entropy Systems and Bora were sued by the Office of the Attorney General for renting residential properties to consumers before abating existing code violations. So, pretty much what it sounds like from reading this is these dudes was getting these houses that was abandoned, with the red sticker on it. And instead of fixing it, they just take the sticker down and probably patch it up where it looked presentable and then rent it out to somebody. People do this kind of stuff all the time. This ain't nothing new. They just got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times when I bet you they probably prey on this. Out of all the tenants they rent, if you lined up 10 of them, I bet you only 2 of them know where to go to report it. The other 7, the other 8 of them, they'll probably just either move out or they'll just kind of deal with it because they don't have nowhere else to go. And people prey on that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm saying. What you don't know, it can hurt you. That's why it's good to learn as often as you can about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if you don't know about that, where would you go to report that? A lot of people don't even know what Attorney General office is. You know what I'm saying? If you ask somebody, where's the Attorney General office at? Man, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
They really don't.
He probably ride right by it every day. Don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Just see him on TV.
And that makes me wonder because I know, like, probably about a year or so ago, people kept calling me like, my grandma old address. I was like, no, it ain't in my name. But it had me thinking like, damn, did she put this stuff in my name or something? But and then I had to ride by there and they had that red stick on it. I was like, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Like,
And in Southwest, the Latin community, they're buying those stickers. Those properties with the sticker on it.
Yeah.
And they're redoing them. They pretty much totally remodeling the house and living in them, man. So you got that money, when you got that cash, man, you can do a lot of stuff, man. But that's the good way to do it. But there are people out there that just get over on the system. They'll go buy it for cheap, just patch it up. Oh, it just got some holes in the wall. Just put some drywall all over. We're not gonna check nothing else. And then they'll rent it out to people because some people just don't have the means to do better. Like we talked about, starting from the bottom. You can be starting from the bottom. And it's like, man, I just got to take what I can get for right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go report them, they'll evict. Sometimes they'll evict you. If you go report them, you want to play those kind of games, they'll come evict you. You know what I'm saying? And then think about it as a landlord, you kind of running by the seat of your pants. These are the kind of landlords who probably be making money, but they don't really invest in the property. They just take it and spend it. Blow it. But you get hit with a $20,000 penalty though.
Yeah.
Man, and if you don't pay it, they're gonna charge you interest the longer it take you to pay it. You know what I'm saying? So boy, that's why people thinking landlords and flipping houses is easy. It sounds sweet. So you gotta do it.
That's big fact.
It sounds easy. Yeah, till you gotta flip it, man. But yeah, y'all be careful out there, man. Renting and stuff, apartments and stuff. Don't ignore the obvious. If you see some sketchy stuff, man, you walk in there, do a tour first before you get the money and stuff, man. Make sure everything good. Look at the electrical, you know what I'm saying?
And search their names on social media too, because somebody probably done said something about them too.
That's true. In some areas though, you know that house probably, you go over there on Oak Street, saying somewhere up in there, you got to check out what's going on. They still be renting out houses that was in the civil rights era. They paint the house. They still got the original paint on it. It's peeling like a bug. You go over there by Central, man. So them houses, man, they still. I mean, man, that house was in Ernest Green picture when they was walking to Central. It's still the same house.
Hey, man, that's my great grandma house you talking about. My great grandma house you talking about. Hey, for real though.
Even though they is gentrifying, they starting to gentrify over there now. But yeah, there's still some houses over there though, boy.
Oh
man,
yeah,
boy. Man, this house, boy, look like one of the Little Rock Nine stayed in this house, boy. Man,
and one.
Hey. Yeah. Next slide.
What
you about to say, Bill?
Just a hidden fact. It was really was supposed to be more than 9.
It was? Oh yeah, you told me. I think you told us about that. Yeah, before they's like, I ain't going through that.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not gonna go through that.
Right. It was like, It was supposed to be more.
Yeah, it take a different kind of mindset to be the first ones to break through, man. It take a different kind of mindset you gotta have.
Yeah.
Because it definitely ain't gonna be easy. No easy way out.
Yeah. Yo, they had a meeting. They had a meeting at Dunbar. Not Dunbar. What's Horseman?
Yeah, Horseman. Yeah, it was a high school then. Yeah. All right, next slide. This is processing decisions. This is definitely for the youth out there. It says, the minute you realize that the world is not fair, how do you go forward and process things from here? First thing, you realize it's not fair, whether it's at work, whether it's is at home, like double standards, whether it's wherever you realize that it's not fair, you go through that situation. What's your next thought? You know what I'm saying? What's your next thought? What you think on that, bro?
Yeah,
How do you process that? I think that's one thing we got to teach our kids how to deal with these kind of
yeah,
situations. You know what I'm
you,
saying? Because life is not fair. You're gonna
yeah,
find it out a lot. It's not.
yeah. You you teach them early. You teach them early that life isn't fair, but you make it for what it is. Don't
Hmm.
don't what you call it. Don't react too fast
Yep.
on certain situations.
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing. Like, of course you're
Yeah.
gonna know, but of course you're gonna know life ain't fair. But
Right.
hey, man, it's life. Life will be life.
Right. And here's the thing: like in sports, this is what I'm gonna say. The next thought, when you realize it's not fair, you have to know what you can control and what you
Mm-hmm.
can't control. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get stuck in what's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Playing basketball, the referee, you can't control the referee, the whistle. That's out of your control. But
Just play.
what you can control and what your advantages are is your ability,
Mm-hmm.
your skill, and your ability to put the ball in the basket and play defense. That's what you can control on the court. Life the same way. What's your advantage? You can control your skill, how you react, your mental, emotional intelligence, things that you can control. You got to
Yep.
know what's out of your control. Like you can't control what another person do, what another person think. And if the person do something that's bogus or flagrant, you got to make a choice. Do I keep hanging around this person,
Right,
or
right,
do I
right.
stop hanging around this
Right.
person? You know what I'm saying? Because they could put me in a position where I'm gonna have to do something that I don't need to do because I don't want to go to the pen. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to experience none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make those decisions. You know what I'm saying? And at the job, you may get passed over. You may not get the job. You got to ask yourself, what can I do to level up my skill to give myself the advantage for the next interview? What can I do? Maybe my resume wasn't worded right. Maybe I didn't explain my skill set right. I need to shore up my communication, things that I can control. I can't control if a person has a bias, or if a person has a stereotype or pre-notion. You can't control it. That's out of your control.
Right.
But you can control the game that you play. You can control the perception game. Okay, I don't have a suit, but I can wear a button-down shirt and some khakis and
Yep.
optically play the aesthetic game. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I can control it. But
Yeah.
I can't control if a dude say, because of this, he probably not gonna be this. That's out of my control. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I can't get stuck in that. So the next step is how to execute
Mm-hmm.
that problem. We think we just talked about that. Like you got to know what you can control, then you execute on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, you can't control the ref, but I can control how to score the ball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pick my spots, you know what I'm saying? Rise up and score the ball, you know what I'm saying? Whether I'm shooting mid range, shooting the three, crossing over, you can control those things, but you got to know that what you can control and what you can't control.
Mhm. And it's not a hard thing to do either. It's really not.
What's that? What's
You
that?
know, being able to understand what you can and can't control.
And I think sometimes you just gotta talk about it enough because when you thinking, some people it goes so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You think so fast instead of learning how to slow it down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I used to always hear that when I was younger. You hear the veterans say the game slowed down for me.
Slow down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and in life it come at you fast like that when you're young. You
Yeah.
think everything comes at you fast, but when you slow down and think, that's why it's called a thinking game. You slow down and think, you realize the game's coming at you slower. You can
Slower,
slow it
man.
down and kind of
Period.
think about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And you can sit there and be like, you know what? Okay, when I do this, okay, I should expect this. When I do
right,
that, you thinking it all the way through.
right, exactly. Yeah, man. Execution. Sometimes that's the difference between a person's success and not success. And here we
Mm-hmm.
talk about results. How did the process work out, and did you receive any success from it? That's how you measure your decision making.
Yeah.
What were the results? But you got to be accountable.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. People don't like being accountable about the results that they got. But hey, you want to play around, you want to roll the dice in dating. You want to have sex before marriage? You want to roll the dice? What's your result? You get the results. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, I've been there. I did it. I'm telling you from a dude that did it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? There's a
yeah,
lot of results that you're gonna get you probably not gonna want. But
yeah.
that's just happen when you roll the dice. You want to play
Ex-
roulette?
And
Go
accept
ahead.
accept what come with it. You know what I'm saying?
You
Accept
guys know what come with it. You can't say, "Oh, it was the other person's fault." Oh no. In order for a person to sell you a dream, you gotta buy it. Remember that.
it.
Nobody can sell you a dream that you don't buy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So yeah.
yeah.
But have a thinking process though. Don't just go out here and just be reactionary. Cause it's a place for people that's
Yes.
reactionary. It's called the penitentiary, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
There's a
sir.
lot of people in there. A lot of
Yo, and they gonna say the
people.
same thing. I should have thought about it. Dang, I shouldn't
What Richard Pryor say? Man, I went to the pen, man. I met this dude that was doing triple life, man. Said, man,
have.
how'd you killed everybody in the house? What happened,
uh,
man? They was home.
yes. Listen, hey,
Man,
one.
go
That's why I
ahead.
say I'm so glad. Like I got a bunch of family members that been down that way.
Oh man, who
That
don't, bro?
enough.
I think everybody do.
That was
That's not
enough to
what.
be like, you know, that was
Yeah.
enough to be like, hey, now I don't want to go down there, but
Yeah,
hey,
think about this, youth. When you go to jail, the jail is not fair. Going to the jail, the culture of being in jail is not fair.
yeah,
Being in the pen,
yeah, and
it ain't fair.
don't listen to them
Um,
suckers talking about, man,
boy,
I was living it up, man,
nah, nah.
yeah,
Every day, just
yeah.
dealing with somebody, you don't even know how they coming at you. They trying to get you caught up in something. Like they always the dudes who been there that's real. They always tell you, don't get caught up in gossip, don't get caught up in drugs, don't get caught up in gambling.
Yeah, mind your business.
You almost have to be like a monk. Is what it seems like. You almost got to be like a monk. And you need to practice martial arts. You know what I'm saying? But even then, if they still got something out against you, you got to go against 10 dudes. Now you're looking like Eat Man when he got to fight them against them dudes in the dojo. You right
Uh,
there fighting 10 dudes, 15 dudes, man. How much stamina do you got? You know what I'm saying? So it's real
yeah.
crazy, man.
Uh,
Even at the job thinking process, you mess around and
mhm.
make the wrong thought. You think too fast. You know what I'm saying? You get
Or,
fired. You can lose your job. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
say the
be careful.
wrong thing. You don't say the
Say the
wrong.
wrong thing, it'll come back and bite you. I done been there. Say the wrong thing. You're like, man. And actually, I'm telling you from experience. I'm not telling you a Disney story I read. I'm telling you from real life experience. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? So
uh,
definitely, man, get you a thinking process, man.
Be a critical
Oh,
thinker too.
oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Next slide is knowing when to test the market for your value on the corporate market.
Mm,
You might not have to move. You might not have to go to another job, but knowing when to see what the market is, because sometimes the market it goes up, kind of like in the NBA, right? You get your stats up. You go from averaging 12 points to 24 points. What's the market value for somebody to average 24 points? But the same way in the corporate world,
yeah.
you meet an average, or you doing this for a certain number of years, your market value should go up. That's why it's important to have a strategy in your corporate life as well.
Yeah.
You just don't want to work retail for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? You got to find out how many years can I work in retail to increase my value to start getting into like a career kind of deal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. And also, like with my job,
yeah,
I what people didn't know, I started as a temp when I moved back from Texas and came back here. I
yeah,
started as a temp, and
yeah,
once they hired me full time,
yeah.
it wasn't even a year. I had like 3 promotions. But I'm trying to tell, like, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy, but I know what I was capable of anyway.
Right.
But I just needed something to fit my schedule and what I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to do in life. Like, yeah, the money is always gonna be there, but
Mm-hmm.
is it less stress, or is it
Yeah.
more work and stress, or something that
Yeah.
I could think, or is it something that I could think through and ain't just as physical? You know.
And this is what I tell people, right? When you find something, when you build your career around what you're naturally good at,
Hmm.
naturally gifted to do, a lot of times the job is not stressful. It's more dealing with the
Mhm.
personalities. But if you
That's
find a
it.
space where the personalities are not as prevalent, depending on what field you go into,
Mhm.
it's just you and the job and time management at that point. You
Yeah.
really,
That's it.
battling you battling yourself at that point. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey.
I know working in IT, the higher you go up or different jobs you go at, the less people you deal with, depending on where you at. Help desk, you deal with everybody.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to start in help desk so you kind of can see different things
Mhm.
and understand how things work.
Yeah.
But when you start getting into systems, you may deal with people, but it's only on the basis of them needing something done, and then that's it. They off the phone or their ticket is done. You work in programming, you may deal with just teammates and maybe a process or something that need to be done, but that's it. You're done.
Mhm.
But the thing about working career jobs
Yeah.
is you don't have to feel like you got to be at work every day, like working in
Mhm.
retail. You don't get paid time off and all this stuff and benefits and stuff like that. You got to be in there. If you don't work, you don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that I have career jobs. Pretty, you get in the right situation. As long as you do
Mhm.
your job, man, they don't bother you. It just
That's
depends
it.
on where you work at. You know
That's
what I'm saying? It's
it.
time management. Now, if you're not good at time management,
Man.
you kind of be like you like the dude on Shawshank Redemption, P break boss. He said, "You don't have to tell me, just go." He just don't know. I couldn't pee a drop without him telling me to.
Yeah.
Some people kind of wired like that. You get so used to being ordered around, man. You can't even do it without somebody saying, ordering you around. So, but yeah, man, you got to know when to test their value, man. You got to know when to test it and see what's going on.
Eh, Yep. And
Eat. Go ahead.
no, I was go ahead. Go ahead. I'm true.
I was saying, even like say, in business, you got to understand what your value is. Like when you cutting grass, when I was doing cameras,
Mm-hmm.
people may not understand the value of what you're doing, but that don't mean keep lowering your price where it's killing you because your time is worth more than that. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. Yep.
Find the people who will pay you. It may take a little more time, but yeah, they out there though. You just got to find them.
Yeah.
Cause like I
Yeah.
say, doing cameras, somebody say, man, you
Mm-hmm.
mean tell me, man, you gonna charge me more than $100 to put them in? You think I'm finna get in your attic for just $100? Crawl
Yeah.
around in your attic,
Yeah.
insulation everywhere. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
See if I do that. Keep waiting.
Sure.
Go ahead and hold your breath.
Hey, I had a few customers that I probably said it before.
Yeah.
I had a few customers like, yeah, I went ahead and paid somebody else. Man, they messed it up. I was like,
Yep.
"Ah, now I gotta
They
charge you.
scalped your yard.
Now I gotta
Scalp
charge
like your
you
yard
extra.
got mange. Like your yard got mange. Scalp that boy.
Now I gotta charge you extra because now I gotta
Yeah.
go over
Yeah.
somebody else stuff. But
Man.
if if you if you good or great at what you do, it's not a job. That's
Yeah,
how I look at
that's
it.
true. And you gotta know how to validate yourself and
Mm.
appreciate yourself. If you if you do good work, you have to. Sometimes people are not going to tell you that you're doing great because they don't want to pay you for greatness. But you got to know that you're great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a weird negotiation factor when you're dealing with people, man. You got to
Yeah.
know, where you are. You got
Yeah.
to know your own value. You know what I'm saying? Because
And
people
it's
are not going
okay.
to tell you all the time
Mm.
because they don't want to pay you what their value is.
Yeah. Hey,
And
and
you know you
sometimes
good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and
What
sometimes
about to
it's
say?
cool. Sometimes it's cool to turn down jobs. Be like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm
because you can't do
good.
everything, especially if you
Yeah.
ain't got no team. Yeah, for sure. And you know you good though. Like when you work at a job, you know you good when they'll be like, when you leave, and they was like, "Yeah, man, we can't afford to keep them, man. So I mean, we just got to wish them the best of luck, man. We can't keep them, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
seen that happen a lot.
Mhm.
Dude be so good, and they know it's only a matter of time before you know what I'm saying they can't afford to keep them because of their business model or whatever. And you got to understand that some companies you work at is a business model. Like if you work at a retail place, cashiers, the people who fold clothes, you're only gonna make so much. It's a
Mhm.
cap. And you
Yeah.
can't go past the cap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Yeah.
gotta move up to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
don't have no strategy, you'll be stuck right there at the cap, if you even
Yeah.
reach the cap. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about that, man.
Yeah.
So our next slide is pick one. James Harrison or Lance Briggs. You remember those dudes play football? I think we was in high
I
school. They
I
was
remember
playing.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lance Briggs, he's played for the Bears with Brian Urlacher.
you know I ain't
He was
picking
outside linebacker.
You know I ain't
Huh?
picking nobody from Chicago.
Nah, he was good. That was good. They was
I'm,
playing
I'm,
under Lovey, playing under Lovey Smith. That was pretty good.
I'll pick James Harrison.
You picking James Harrison? Yeah, I like James. I'm gonna pick Lance Briggs. I like Lance Briggs, man. He was pretty consistent, man. You know, he got it done running that cover two, playing the outside linebacker. He got it done. But James Harrison though was a beast though. Them workout videos he did was crazy too, man.
He still do videos.
Yeah,
Like, dang.
yeah, yeah. He one of them dudes, man. He just built different. He
Yeah.
wired totally different than everybody. You know, he in a whole nother zone out there, man. Whether working out, you go in the gym, this dude doing lifting up, 100-pound dumbbells. That's his thing. It's like, man, a lot of people can't even pick up 100-pound dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
And,
man.
and he a decent actor too.
Is he?
Yeah. I
What kind of
told you,
acting he doing? What kind of
man,
movies he was
he
in?
was on that show Ballers, man.
Oh,
I
baller.
told
He
you.
acting football player? He was acting as a football player?
No, he wasn't a football player. He was
What was he?
like he was talking like how we talk offline.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
get it.
he decent. He was decent. Like, oh
What
yeah,
was
you
up?
like me.
Yeah. And then our last slide, we're finna get ready to get out this thing. Man, what you doing later on this week, man? I kind of want maybe tomorrow. I'll see if I got something to talk about sports. Now the playoffs in, the playoffs on.
Yeah,
But
I told
yeah, before we go to the slide, man, what you think about Gilchrist, man? He was balling. I looked at the
I
highlights.
tried to tell
He
you.
was balling. Huh?
Rewind the camera, coach. I
He
tried to
need
tell
to he
you.
need to take that sleeve off,
I
man.
told you
He
SGA,
take.
man. I told you. You was like,
So what do you
what?
think about the Lakers, man? What do you think about the Lakers, man?
Boy, if we don't win tonight, we getting swept. if we don't win
Who you
tonight.
think got to step up for the Lakers, man? Who
Uh,
needs to be more consistent? Because
uh,
LeBron gonna give you his.
I,
AD actually played the
I,
game of his life that second game. But D'Lo, man, he got to go at Murray, man. If
nah,
you don't go at Murray, he gonna go at you. He gonna cut your throat, man.
nah, it's, believe it or not, it, it gotta be Jackson Hayes. It gotta be.
Yeah,
It got to
yeah.
be. That's why, like, D'Lo played a hell of a game, but, of course, a few of his shots was questionable.
Is he
Jordan,
taller than Murray? He taller than Murray, ain't he?
who?
D'Lo.
No, no,
He not?
no.
Huh.
D'Lo probably got D'Lo like 6'2".
Murray 6'2". He not. Wait,
Nah,
6'4"?
Murray's 6'4", but D'Lo
Okay.
don't play no defense like that.
He don't, cause there's no way he should let him get that step back off. I would have been. I'd rather you just beat me on the free throws if you can. Then man,
Nah,
you're not gonna have me on ESPN, bro. That's not gonna
but
happen.
that only reason why they lost, they let the refs dictate it. But
Hey, let me ask you this: if you was Darvin Ham, like I said this on the podcast, a lot of people was hitting me up on YouTube. They was blasting me a little bit, but I said that if I was Coach Ham, I would tell LeBron, man, dude, operate from the elbow and up, shoot more
uh,
mid range than
no,
threes.
I would.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
if I was Darvin Ham, I'm gonna throw in my second year player. I'm gonna throw in Max, man.
Because why am I saying the mid range? If anybody watched that
Throw in
Thunder
Max.
game, Shea Gilchrist was shooting mid range. He was shooting a lot of mid range shots and was
But
knocking
they
them down, man.
they
You know
pl-
what I'm
they
saying?
they playing the Pelicans.
I understand that. I do. I
Yeah,
understand they playing the Pelicans.
they playing the
Yeah.
Pelicans. But hey, I
But
will
I
say
don't know. I don't know if the Clippers. You think the Clippers can keep up with them?
who.
If the Clippers win against the Mavericks,
Man, Dallas just whooped them 4-1.
I thought the
Easy.
Clippers won the first game. I thought the Clippers
Mm-mm.
won the first game.
Yeah, they won the first game, but they at home. You ain't
So
about to
you
be
think,
you ain't about to beat Dallas two straight. No, sir.
yeah, if Luka, that's why I said if Luka get hot, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
And Kyrie ain't even got started yet.
I thought Kyrie, he the one that burnt them and then the winning game, didn't he? Kyrie?
Mm.
Or was it Luka? Or was it Luka that got him the
Luke
first
got him
game?
second. No,
Yeah,
Luke got him second game. Say
yeah.
Kyrie ain't even
Chet
got
Holmgren.
started.
Yeah, Phoenix. What you think about Phoenix, man? They probably gonna have to blow that team up, man. It's over, man. They're
Phoenix
spending too
about to
much
get
money,
swept.
man.
They about to get
Yeah,
swept.
boy, Ant-Man killing them
Swept.
out there.
I
He
told
let Ant-Man, but
I told you, man.
I like
I was
Ant-Man. I
trying to
didn't have
tell
no
you,
problems
was
with
like,
Ant-Man. Talking
man,
about
man.
SGA. How did SGA get the MVP rate? He gotta take that sleeve off, man. Off his leg, man.
No, I told you, and you was like, man, no.
You just said they're playing against the Pelicans, though. You just said they didn't have
No,
no
but
competition, right?
I'm talking about from the beginning of the season to now. I said, SJ been balling. They just don't get no screen time.
I think if LeBron shot more mid-range instead of settling for the three,
Mm,
like if he had that Karl Malone kind of game,
uh,
dude probably would
man.
extend his career another 3 or 4 years, man. But that's just my
They,
opinion.
they, they had went away from it when he was on the court, and you
Yeah.
saw it like for like 10 to 12 minutes straight.
Man, if I was him, I would just be on the elbow. Give me the ball at the
He,
elbow.
he
Booker. And
controlled. He
then
controlled the pace.
if you double me, I'm passing. If not, I'm turning around. I'm fading away. I know he don't want to be like Jordan though, but
Yeah.
people don't realize Jordan, man, he used to average 8 points a quarter. That ain't easy to do, man.
Mm-mm.
He could pencil it in. I'm averaging 8 points a quarter, 32 points a night. Man,
But
that's crazy, man. But a
and
lot of people don't even realize that.
the scouting report, they got the scouting report on
What's that?
6 or 7 people. They got the scouting report on 7 people. I told him you have to throw in Max Christie to give them that. It's gonna change up everything.
Yeah.
Vando coming back ain't yeah he'll be able to somewhat control Michael Porter, but he hot right now, so ain't much he
Michael
can do.
Porter streaky though. You can let Michael Porter kill
And
himself. He just real streaky
I
though.
would never leave him open. Never.
I wouldn't leave him open, but I'm just saying I put a hand in his face. But he's so streaky, man. Like
That's
he did that game, but he may
that's
have like 2
dangerous.
dud games. He may have
That,
2 dud games. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's the most dangerous. Him and Jamal Murray. I won't expect another bad shooting game from Murray.
No, Jamal Murray is on, bro. That dude ain't playing around, bro. I don't know. Ever since the bubble, it seemed like dude been on some other stuff instead when he was injured. But it seemed like every time he played the Lakers, it's like he gonna personally let the Lakers know that y'all
Yeah,
we ain't fit to play with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now the
And
next series, I don't know. I don't know how you do the next series. I don't know. But I'm just saying
man,
that's how he be looking at it though.
they good. They solid. They a solid team.
I would love to see them in Minnesota play. That would be a good series to watch though. The
Yeah,
West is tough though. The West actually is the
that's,
tougher
I told.
conference, man. Yeah. When I
Whoever
looked at
come
the
out the West
competition,
win.
the Celtics, they let the Heat beat them last
Mm-mm.
night. The Celtics, man, they got an easy ride. If they really turn it on, they got an easy ride,
The
man.
Celtics busy
I'll
go
sweep
down.
everybody. If I
They
was the
going.
Celtics, I'll sweep everybody. I wouldn't play
They
around.
going
I'm sweeping
down.
everybody.
They ain't gonna
You
sweep
think the Heat gonna
nothing.
beat them? The
Boy,
Jimmy
the Heat,
Butler not playing. Jimmy
boy,
Butler not even playing.
the Heat finna beat them. I'm telling you.
So if the Heat do good without Jimmy Butler, he gonna be in trouble,
I,
man.
and that's why I say they are solid. They gritty. They a solid team.
Because I like that rookie they got there. Latin guy, I forgot his
Yeah.
name, but he pretty good.
Oh,
The rookie, he pretty got so he kind of bold. And
oh,
Hero, he been balling too. You know, they keep talking about trading him.
that's what I'm saying.
You might want
Y'all
to keep him.
forgetting.
And then what do you think about the Knicks? Your boy, if they do good without Julius Randle, they probably got to get rid of Julius, man. They doing way better without Julius Randle, boy.
They
I said, I can't wait to mess with Peel. Peel was loving Julius Randle. I can't
wait
wait
a minute.
to
Wait a
mess with him.
minute. Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute. I'll look it up.
Wait a
Wait a
minute now.
minute.
But
Oh, wait a minute.
I fool with Julius, but
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
yeah, Julius
Want the
he
truth,
decent.
Peel.
He decent, but they gonna this one gonna be 7 games easy.
You think so? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
know.
don't think Embiid really bought in, man. I don't think he healthy. I don't think he healthy right now.
No,
I
that's why I
think that
said it's gonna be
meniscus.
7. Maybe
The Knicks up 2-0. The Knicks up 2-0 though.
I thought Philly won.
Yes. No. The Knicks was up 2-0 last time I looked. Look it up.
I thought they was
Yes,
1-1.
sir.
No.
Yeah, Knicks was up 2-0. Let me look at the bracket real quick. Yep, Sixers seek to avoid 3-0 deficit. That's what that's the headline
Oh
on
yeah, but well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do at home.
So I got one for you because John ain't on here. He probably wouldn't know this, but I was remember the underground songs that people probably don't realize. Busy Bone with Joker the Bells Bondsman. That song, or what's my other song I was thinking about?
Hold on, which one?
It was, yeah, yeah, man, he was going off on that song. Uh-huh. Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag. Oh man. Who killed that song, bro? He killed that song, man. BET Uncut, man. They used to be man. That was the song. But yeah, guys, you finna get ready to sign out this thing, man. Trying to go to bed. It's like when you get older, boy, you can't wait to get in your bed and just lay still, man. Woo-wee. Man. But be sure to check us out again on Thursdays around 6 or 7 p, depending on what time we get off work. Also, check out the CTM Sports Talk as well during the week. It's random. You just got to pay attention when I go live. And please subscribe to the CTM TV LR on all platforms. And as I'm telling you, as the weather starts, if it stops raining, we're going to try to get outside and record too. Just this weather got to get right. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be outside chopping it up too. So, yeah. You got anything you want to say before we get about this thing, bro?
Hey, everybody stay blessed. Hey.
Everybody stay blessed, man.
And don't worry, we're gonna have some exclusive interviews coming soon, real soon.
And like, share, and subscribe, and we signing out.